the set by Rivera, and the pitch. Here's a high fly ball into left field. Gardner ranging back, still ranging back. He's there, makes the catch, and the Yankees are going to advance. And the Minnesota Twins go down to defeat here tonight. And the season ends for the Twins as they are defeated by the Yankees and lose the series 3-0.
And good morning. You have found Game On, powered by the Courtside Bar and Grill. We're coming to you from the home of the Minnesota Twins at Hammond Stadium here in Fort Myers, Florida. Glad you are with us. We're talking Twins in this very special baseball coverage edition of Game On. Lots to tell you about. Some of your favorite players will be joining us in just a couple of minutes, but first let's get to Game On by the numbers to set the stage for this morning. The Twins are aiming for their 7th division title as they move through the spring training process. The team payroll this season going to be at $112 million, give or few a couple of nickels. They lost 6 key players from their 2010 squad: Hardy, Hudson, Roush, Fuentes, Crane, Guerrero, and Joe Mauer, your top paid Twins player at $23 million this season. And it's Game On, powered by the Courtside Bar and Grill. Great to start off our spring training coverage with number 7. You know him, you love him back home. Joe Mauer, great to have you here.
Good to be here.
Thank you very much. Spring is underway, and all these expectations, the big contract, everything is yours. It's your place now. Does it feel like it?
I don't know about all that, but no, it's good to be down here in Florida, and
yeah,
we boarded up some pretty good weather the first couple days, and it's just good to be back in the clubhouse with the guys.
You had a very busy off season. You were all over the place, Fallon and TV and video games and all that. Is it hard to change gears, or does it feel better to change gears?
No, it feels better to change gears. You know, it was pretty much the last couple of weeks were pretty hectic for me. You know, with Twins Fest and then flying around in New York and things like that. But yeah, you know, it's something different. You know, it's a little fun, and it's fun to experience different things.
Yeah. What you folks at home might not know is that number 7 stays around late. You're one of the first people here, and everybody is long gone in that locker room. The locker room is clean, and you're still working out. Have you always had that kind of dedication?
Yeah, I guess so. You know, I'm usually, I don't know, I guess I got a lot of work to do, you know, but you know, this year, you know, I'm in there, you kind of just trying to get my strength back. You know, I had the knee scope and everything, so, you know, when you're hurt or when you've had things like that happen, you have to stay a little bit longer and almost do twice as much work to get back to normal. So I'd probably normally be here anyway, but, you know, it's just good to be in the clubhouse with the guys.
Now, during the days or afternoons before the games are played, do you golf? Or do you just kind of lounge and rest?
Yeah, I try not to fall asleep. You know, I always want to take a nap, and you know, if I take the nap, then I'm staring at the ceiling at night. So yeah, I'll try to go out and golf, and you know, go bass fishing. You know, just do something to try to stay awake.
Now, how does your knee feel?
It's pretty good. You know, I'm still just trying to get some strength back in there. You know, I'm not doing everything right now, but you know, I'm out there running around with the guys, and you know, just trying to work back to playing shape.
How does the overall team look this early? I know there's a lot of pitching, there's a ton of offense. You guys have managed to lose a few people, put a few people back.
Yeah, you know, it's pretty early, you know, but yeah, every year our goal is to get to the postseason, and you know, once we feel that we get there, you know, first goal is to get there, and once you get there, anybody has a shot to get there. So. We feel pretty good, and we feel like we have, you know, the talent in the clubhouse to get there. Less
than a half dozen questions left for Joe Mauer. Don't forget, you can get all our updates and information at GameOnTVMN.com. It's got all the information. Brandon on baseball, Holt on hockey. We've got Vikings coverage as well. See my Timberwolves blog. It's www.GameOnTVMN.com. More with Joe Mauer in just a moment.
She got Cap as a possible closer for the first couple of months, and then throw Nathan in there a little bit and see what happens.
Better safe than sorry.
Exactly.
Get ready to enter the Hive. Rule number 1. Always wear a helmet. Rule number 2. Don't blink.
The biggest lead of the night. After the shot to go.
Swarm Lacrosse returns to the XL Energy Center. For tickets, call 1-888-MN-SWARM or visit MNSwarm.com.
Hi friends, the mission is simple at the Minnesota Real Estate Team. Help buyers and sellers reach their goals. Your needs are handled by a professional team with years of vital experience. They know the Twin Cities and they work on your timeline with no pressure. So get answers. They're your local real estate team.
Wallingberg and Diebly believes in families. We understand and support families in all their many forms. And when legal problems arise in the family, Wallingberg and Diebly is there. Wallingberg and Diebly, the premier family law firm of Minnesota. When you need us, call 612-326-3453 or visit wbdlaw.com.
Time now for our picture from paradise, and this is what I'm talking about. Dozens and dozens and dozens of golf courses just scattered around this section of Florida. Nothing finer than 18 holes, catching some Twins workout in the morning, and a nice dinner at night. That's your picture from paradise.
I think we move him over to first base. He's a good first baseman. You know, if he had good at pulling balls in, catching balls, he knows how to handle the ball. So I think he'd be good at first base.
And don't forget Kent Herbeck at Fan HQ on March 20th in the afternoon. Back, Game On, powered by Courtside Bar and Grill with number 7. Everybody I've talked to, one of the questions I've asked them is, during the off season, was it in the back of your mind the way the season ended last year?
Yeah, definitely. You know, we have the off season and you try to relax and things like that, but you also have time to kind of sit back and evaluate everything that happened. Yeah. And you know, obviously how it ended is not the way we wanted to end, but there's only one team that goes home happy after a season, and we weren't that team. So you know, you look back on all the things that you do and kind of you know, realize all the good things that you did. And, you know, we had a lot of injuries to overcome. Justin Morneau there late, you know, Joe Nathan early, guys filling those shoes, and those are big shoes to fill. So to get back to the postseason, to give ourselves a chance, I mean, overall was a pretty good year.
I asked this to some of your teammates as well. You can't go out there thinking about it all the time. You just got to play through it. And almost to a player, they've said, bring on the Yankees again. We'll take care of business this time. Is that the way you feel?
Yeah, as long as we're in the playoffs, we don't care who we're playing.
I see.
You know, we're trying to beat anybody, but you know, it's just frustrating. You know, the last couple of years, I guess they've kind of had our number. But you know, it's a new year, and hopefully we can be healthy and get back to where we need to be.
Last question for you. Some of the talk radio and newspaper, everybody, they seem to pick on you for what they call a power outage at Target Field. And so, do you think about that, or do people just not get the way you're playing?
It's a little both. You know, obviously, I don't know. Target Field played pretty big last year.
Everybody had that.
Yeah, it was a power outage for everybody.
Yeah.
But you know, the thing about it, the bottom line is, we had the best record in the AL at home, and that's really the only number that I care about. So, say what you say, but as long as we win games, I'm okay with that.
Stay healthy. Have a great season.
Thank
Joe
you.
Mauer in the house.
Appreciate it.
Here on Game On. Who's hot? It's that renewed push to get a new Viking stadium. Goodness sakes, do we need it. Ramsey County is new in the mix amid new reports that the Metrodome fix is going to go deep into the summer and potentially harm the Viking season. Football fans are very nervous. Also because who's cold? It's the NFL labor teams. Sit down, guys, and get it done. Fans are always the one left out, and way too much is going to be lost if they have a prolonged fight. Please figure it out. Enjoy the money afterwards and give fans back the game they love. And we couldn't be more excited and perfect down here in Florida to make the announcement that Golf for the Gift 4 is back and will be played at Troy Byrne Golf Club on June 23rd, and we'd love to have you a part of our big day. It's a day of outstanding golf, fun, relaxation, and all the monies raised go to help adoptive families close that financial finish line with grants created by the Gift of Adoption Fund. I host it. It's Golf for the Gift, June 23rd. Check us out. Our website is golfforthegift.com, and if you go to our website at gameontvmn.com, you can get the link. But join us if you can. June 23rd for Rod Simon's Golf for the Gift.
So, you're looking for a night out with the guys. Guy stuff. Sports. Beer. Fun. What about catching a Wolves game? The Guys Night Out package gives you a ticket, beer, hot dog, and a chance to meet the Timberwolves dancers, all for just $15. That sounds like guy stuff. Log on to timberwolves.com to get your tickets today.
Friends, it's time to step into the world of Willie's. It's a great neighborhood bar that has a pub feel. It's a public gathering place for friends and family. They do it all too. Cribbage, darts, they have meat raffles, they have all the big screens to take care of your game watching needs. And best of all, they have a staff that's eager to make it memorable for you. You gotta check it out. It's Willie's off Coon Rapids Boulevard and 610.
Everything that goes into a Lennox system is engineered for absolute comfort. Like the parts that create your perfect temperature and humidity, or the parts that purify the air. Together, all these parts save you up to half off your heating and cooling bills. And there are few things more comforting than that.
The future of home comfort is here now at Liberty Comfort Systems.
Get the latest in innovation and technology at Liberty Comfort Systems. Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
Here's a paradise scene setter for you. Nothing better than a front row seat. Waves crashing at you, sandy beach right under your toes, and pole in hand. That's great fishing on Sanibel Island with the beach and the shells and the sunshine. Part of your paradise scenic.
I'd pace him. He's going to be your money guy as the year goes on, so bring him along slow. Make sure he's back to 100%. So that when you need him at the end of the year, he's not tired, he doesn't have a bad arm, and he can save those games when you need to have him save them.
It's Game On, powered by Courtside Bar and Grill, with the guy that I've been dying to talk to. Joe Nathan, great to see you back. How do you feel?
Feel great. Down here in the sunshine, warm 80-degree weather, and out running around with my teammates, and that's the best part of it.
Everybody's wondering about the arm and the rehab, and I know you're tired of all the questions, but for everybody back in Minnesota, fill us in.
Arm feels great, you know, for where I'm at right now, 10.5 months post-surgery, and not missing a beat with the workouts, you know, through yesterday off the mound, and able to come back today and do some touch-up work off the mound. So, you know, felt really good today, and that's a positive sign coming back today after throwing a pen.
Will you take baby steps until the season starts, or will you just listen to your body? What will be the direction?
Well, I think we're going to have to communicate, you know, be honest with myself, the coaching staff, the team. But, you know, right now everything's full go. As games get going, I think we'll have to play it by ear, see how I feel the days after, or back-to-back days, see how I feel after that. But, you know, I'm sure they're going to err on the side of caution, but at the same time, you know, we want to also, you know, push myself through some things.
You're dying to get back, aren't you?
I am. You know, I'm excited. I feel like a rookie again back out here. You know, every day is tons of excitement for me. Every time I step on the field with my teammates, it's a lot of fun.
You get tired of the questions about you and Caps as closer and this and that and the other thing?
Not at all. That's a good thing. Anytime you got two guys that have done some good things in the back end of the rotation, or back end of the bullpen, that's a very good thing to have a problem with. So, you know, Caps and I are excited about this year, and you know, obviously I'd love to be, you know, out there and doing that as much as I can, but you know, I also know that you know, we're gonna have to see how it feels, and as we move on, we'll go from there. Like I said, communication is the key.
Okay, last question, and I know you got a ton of things to do. My guys at Fan HQ tell me that you do a little social networking, but you haven't quite caught up.
I would say very little, considering I don't even own a computer or have an email address.
But you have a Twitter account.
But I do have a Twitter account, and I try to get on there as much as I can, but you know, there hasn't been much to tweet about. You know, a lot of it's been rehab and it's boring stuff. I'm sure the fans don't want to hear about that. So I'll try and get back out there when we start games and get rolling again.
He said, all I can tell you is rehabbing, feeling fine.
That's right. So, you know, hopefully games bring about some more exciting stories for us.
Great stuff. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Have a good season.
Appreciate it.
Wendy's new 99-cent everyday value menu now has even more tasty ways to get what you want for 99 cents.
My 9 for 99. My 9 for 99.
The all-new Bacon 99er with thick applewood smoked bacon, or the new crispy chicken Caesar wrap with tender all-white meat chicken.
99.
My 99.
We got your 99.
Now there's 9 tasty choices for 99 cents.
Hi friends, talking to you about River City Mortgage, and it's no secret, today's homebuyer needs help navigating and making sense of the right mortgage and finance decisions. Maria at River City Mortgage makes sense of it. She'll help you find the best strategies to fit your financial needs, and she'll offer creative options. Maria's goal, a smooth process for you. Find her at maria@rcmortgage.com and you'll see firsthand. Another picture from paradise for you. How about Fort Myers Beach? This is truly one of those hot spots here. Sunshine everywhere. Locals tell me it's the Myrtle Beach of Fort Myers. Whatever the case, it's a great place to be. It's your picture from paradise.
You pace them because everybody pays attention to pitch count these days.
Yeah, and you want them to be.
That's right, you don't want to hurt them again.
Yeah. So you'd go the safe route.
Sure.
Not going to be a gambler.
No.
You got to just love being down in Florida. Great to have you back with us. Game On, powered by the Courtside Bar and Grill. You know this big slugger, left-handed batter Jason Kubel. Thank you for being with us. When you look at the season, last year in particular, big numbers, home run productivity was great, but left a little bit on the table with the Yankees. I know that's something that you guys have been talking about kind of quietly. Is it the mission this year, not just a division, but deeper?
Yeah, definitely go deeper. No matter who it is, we just gotta get that first series out of the way and just keep going. Yeah. So, you know, if it's the Yankees, then it'll be even better to beat them then.
Long season before you get to that point. Do you try to match the numbers that you had last year? I know that at Target Field you had, everybody keeps talking about that power outage at Target Field, fewer numbers than on the road. Is there something to it, or is it just one of those things?
Hopefully it's just one of those things.
Yeah.
The field was pretty big, but we got a year in there. We kind of learned what not to do, and we kind of have an idea about it now. So hopefully it turns around, and you know, maybe just not try and do too much this time.
Do you like the going into the season as DH and getting some field play?
Yeah, just if I play, doesn't matter where. We got a great lineup, and it's a good problem to have with a lot of guys to play everywhere. So as long as I'm playing, hitting, I'm fine.
Yeah, you guys do have a look. Everybody keeps talking about it. We all with all your teammates. It's pretty potent.
Yeah, I mean it was good last year, and it's the same lineup, and with the addition of Morneau now. So we're looking pretty good and looking to continue what we did last year.
Is your game plan really focused heavily on the spring, or do you really pace yourself over the course of the spring, knowing that the start date is in April?
Just pace yourself.
Yeah.
Don't try and rush in anything. Don't try and do anything stupid to get yourself hurt. Just take it easy. Take some quality swings and get ready for the season.
Do you guys worry about Justin and his longevity?
No, we'll see how he goes. We'll see how he feels coming pretty soon, and you know, we think he'll be okay.
Yeah.
He'll probably take a little load off even during the season, but he should be all right.
Yeah. So there's nothing in the back of your mind that keeps you awake at night that says Yankees, Yankees, Yankees.
No, nothing at all. This is the year.
Is it just the media that stirs that pot for you guys?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a goal in mind every spring. That's to win it all, and it takes beating that first team. Like I said, if it's the Yankees, then they'll be even better.
Nice. Jason Kubel, thank you for
No
being
problem.
with us. Don't forget, you can join us for live taping. We're down at spring training for a couple of weeks. We'll be back on March 8th at the Courtside Bar and Grill in Anoka. We'd love to have you. Viking Swarm will be there. Chris Hockey of Rocket Club. Live show taping with autographs. The Timberwolves and Swarm will give tickets away too. Free raffle, food, and drink special. Courtside Bar and Grill. Powers, game on. We'd love to have you join us. And friends, when you need to move around the metro, City View White Knight Limousine. They have town cars, limousines, SUVs. City View White Knight is not only safe and reliable, they'll handle all your needs and they do it affordably. Get them on the web at cityviewlimo.com.
Get ready to enter the hive. Rule number 1, always wear a helmet. Rule number 2, don't blink.
The biggest lead of the night. That's a shot to go.
Swarm Lacrosse returns to the XL Energy Center. For tickets, call 1-888-MN-SWARM or visit mnswarm.com.
Wallingberg and Diebly believes in families. We understand and support families in all their many forms. And when legal problems arise in the family, Wallingberg and Diebly is there. Wallingberg and Diebly, the premier family law firm of Minnesota. When you need us, call 612-326-3453 or visit wbdlaw.com.
River City Saloon is the place for food, music, fun, and bikers. Bikers get the best parking spot, and inside, from business people to bikers, everyone's going to have a great time. Create your own bucket list at the River City Saloon. There are specials every night of the week and live music all weekend. Get us online at hollysrivercitysaloon.com and look for the awning just off Main and Anoka, right in the heart of the historic Anoka Entertainment District. See you soon at the River City Saloon. Time again for another picture from paradise, and with all this warmth, nothing better than a bike ride. Just the ticket. With all the sunshine riding, it's great. It's our picture from paradise.
I'd say you go ahead and pace him.
You almost say that reluctantly.
Well, I think you definitely want to pace a guy. Let him come back slow and get his groove.
Yeah. It's Game On, powered by Courtside Bar and Grill. Rick Anderson's the pitching coach of the Twins. Great to have you with us.
Good to be here.
Thank you for being here. 6 players, 5 spots. So many people are talking about it back there. Do you worry too much about it, or just let it play out?
I'll let this one play out. You know, you got, like you say, you got 6 capable, very capable starters, and you really don't want to name your top 5 starters until the end of it. Let it go. And you know, Frankie came in with a little bit of soreness in his shoulder, so he's back a few days. And Bake had the surgery. Blackie had the surgery, and they all seem to be doing good now. But you just let it play out and see where you're at.
Last year was proof that you get some guys in the bullpen. The season's a marathon anyway. Things are going to kind of shake out. You need great arms, bottom to top.
Right, and that's no question. You know, it's going to hurt to lose Crane and Roush and Guerrero and Fuentes, but Rod, if you've been looking around the camp, we got some pretty good arms out here, and
some young guns too.
Some real, yes, and it's kind of funny because I say, boy, these kids are getting big. You see how tall these guys are. So they're big, strong kids, and you know, they're going to be fighting for a couple spots out there, so it should be entertaining.
Would you, from your perspective as the pitching coach, say that getting Pavano back had to be one of the most dynamic elements of the offseason?
No question, no question.
Yeah.
You know, he adds a lot, not only pitching-wise, but for me, coaching-wise. Yeah. I mean, the young kids always looking up and asking him questions. You know, they hear so much from me, it's time to get it from someone else, and he's like another coach for me, so that's invaluable.
You guys have some unfinished business. I keep talking about it, but it's on the lips of everybody. It's not just enough to get another division title this year.
Yeah, you know, it's time we go to the next step.
Yeah.
I mean, we're kind of tired of getting there and not finishing it off or getting to the next level, and that's frustrating. I mean, last year,
You know, game 1 against the Yankees, we had the 3-run lead, and I really still feel if we held on to that one, we would have had a chance to go all the way with it. But you know, it's time. It's like Gardy and all of us. We've been there, but we haven't been there where we want to be.
Is it your mindset, or because I know you guys talk about it during the off season, and even now here at spring training, is it as simple as trying to figure it out, or does it have to play out as you get closer to that situation?
It has to play out. You know, Rod, it's like last year. We had such a good year, but you look at the last 2 weeks of the season, it was a bad time to kind of put in a little slump. I mean,
it was a little bit.
And that was a lot of it's timing. Look at the Giants ended up winning the whole thing, but they got hot at the right time.
Yeah,
and
they sure did.
you know, we thought maybe Philly would be the team, but they got cold at the wrong time like we did. So it's a matter of peaking at the right time, and we peaked a little early last year, and this year we got to hold on till the end of September and start peaking.
Bottom line, no Yankee mojo with you guys?
Oh boy, it's the dreaded Yankees, but we'll get them. We'll get them. You know, hopefully this is the year we get them and move to the next level.
Thanks for being with us.
Always
great to have you.
As always.
Rick Anderson, Twins pitching coach. Don't forget, time now for our Wheels of Thunder week ahead. We have some busy stuff going on back in the Twin Cities. The Wolves get Golden State and they get the Lakers on March 1st. Second time they visited this year. The Wild in Chicago. The Swarm get Buffalo on March 27th. The Gophers with Penn State. Oakland and the Twins April 8th at Target Field. Looking forward to that, getting some of the spring weather up there, maybe.
Very nice.
Nice. Vikings training camp 152 days away. And don't forget, as we just told you, Rod Simon's Golf for the Gift of Adoption, June 23rd, Troy Byrne Golf Club. It is time for the MIAC Minute, brought to you by Wallingberg and Diebly. And tonight, Concordia women's basketball is on our radar, led by a former standout player. She's trying to get her players charged up for the playoff push, because it's job one right now.
Well, I think, you know, as far as being a coach, you want to make sure that the kids are ready to go, that they feel prepared for each game, and that they're coming into it with the right mindset. And at this point in the season, you know, you've got everything put in. It's just more of that mental approach to the game and how you're going to take care of business once you get on the floor. And so I think the preparation for the game is crucial and important, but I also think that what's important is that we come in and we play with fire and we play with energy, and that's a lot of those things that I see within my team, that I know that the teams that I've played on in the past, we play with that kind of fire.
And before we wrap up Game On, powered by the Courtside Bar and Grill, let's get back to home base, back in Anoka, where it's just a slight bit cooler than it is here. Craig Carger is the general manager. What do you got? What's hot this week?
You know, Rod, we're gearing up for another NASCAR Sunday Fun Day right here at Courtside. The race starts at 2 p.m. right here on Fox. You know, I'd like to welcome you all to come check out our lunch and dinner specials right here at Courtside. We're also closing in on our 1-year anniversary and the Big 12. That's right, 12,000 burgers sold in 1 year. It's good stuff, buddy. Hey, see you next week.
Craig, thank you very much. And that's it for us. Thank you for letting us be a part of your week. Don't forget, go to our website for more updates. It's www.gameontvmn.com. So from the home of the Minnesota Twins at Hammond Stadium here in Fort Myers, Florida, I'm Rod Simons. We'll see you back soon. And don't forget, keep your game on.
Can you return that ball, please? We're on a budget.